Fort Woodchocka's cavalrymen have been on the leading edge of the American frontier since the 1880s, when they were charged with protecting settlers and travel routes in southeastern Arizona. The fort's missions have changed today, but the focus put into caring for people and protecting the environment has not. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the fort's Public Works Department are now working together to take the lead on a new frontier, the frontier of testing new renewable energy technologies for Army-wide applications. The Corps Los Angeles District is currently constructing a $2.8 million, 1 megawatt, 330-foot tall wind turbine to test the potential use of this renewable energy to harvest and reduce power consumption on Army installations.
Army-wide, we are responsible to be self-sufficient by 2013. We should meet our goals of 17%. This is actually Army-wide, nationwide. Wind energy, solar energy, anything to be renewable. That way we can meet our federal mandate goals. That is why we're pushing for wind turbines, solar generation and whatnot. Here is, you're only seeing the upper column of the structure that the turbine's actually going to sit on. Below us is actually a 42-foot in diameter footer that required 15 tons of rebar and about 122 yards of concrete. Let's just say this footer's never going to move. But this is actually the pad that the turbine will sit on. It will come in two pieces. The base structure, the first part of the tower, followed by the second one that's laid on top, and then the nacelle, which is where the motor and the gearing and the housing is for the blades, and then the blades are attached after that. But for the most part, this is where all your electrical power will be coming up. These are your grounding rods, and everything will be housed on the inside of the tower. For instance, all the computer software, everything else they need to control the turbine itself.
The fort's Public Works is also working with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Construction Engineering Research Laboratory in Champaign, Illinois, on a test to compare less expensive solar technology with more expensive double-wall evacuated solar tube technology.
Evacuated tube. It will fit in a series of these will fit in the racks that are behind me. And basically, rather than just absorbing the heat on a flat black surface, this has a internal core, and it absorbs more heat, and it has less radiated losses.
A heat recovery electric generator is also being tested for potential to regulate and utilize stored heat energy for electricity.
Okay, this is a heat recovery electric generator. It was originally designed for geothermal applications. I took a look at the unit and said, well, we don't need geothermal, we got the sun. I convinced Corps of Engineers to buy one for me. We put it in where we already had a storage tank and a boiler for dampening the effects of changing temperatures. We collect the heat or the sunlight, the solar energy, put it into the tank, then we circulate it through the generator here.
The Corps at the fort is also incorporating leadership in energy and environmental design, or LEED, into building projects. LEED is a third-party verification system to certify builders design and build facilities for energy savings, water efficiency, CO2 emissions reduction, improved indoor environmental quality, and stewardship of resources. At Weinstein Village, a Corps project to build 4 barracks, a headquarters, a dining facility, and fitness track for advanced intelligence training, the contractors are recycling building materials and constructing for LEED certification.
What we do is we calculate how much energy we're using on the building and compare it to a baseline, and there we calculate what's the percentage on the savings that we have for energy. Well, the impact is tremendous. I mean, we have approximately 2,200 tons of waste created by this project, and 80% of that was not sent to a landfill. 80% of that is going to new materials that will be used for something else. So it's simply about 1,800 tons that are not going to be delivered to a landfill. It's actually material that is going to be recycled. It's material that we can use for future materials. It's I think the impact just on that is tremendous. Tremendous to the environment, tremendous to ourselves.
The Corps is wrapping up construction at Weinstein Village and recently broke ground on a company operations building and tactical equipment facility supporting the unmanned aerial vehicle training mission. The operations building will feature a water harvesting system for toilet flushing and on-site irrigation, while both buildings will use solar panels to heat potable water. Reporting from Fort Huachuca, Senior Public Affairs Specialist Lee Roberts.